Do you have favorite things? Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens. What comes after that? Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens. Da 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 da, and warm furry mittens. What's that line? I don't remember it. Anyway, you have favorites. I have favorites, like my favorite ice cream flavor. I have had different favorites over the years, but it's peanut butter and chocolate. I go into the grocery store, and the Baskin-Robbins peanut butter and chocolate is right there. I get it. My favorite film, because I've seen it probably 75 times, is Hairspray. If you haven't seen Hairspray, the 2007 edition, perfect. It's a perfect movie. My favorite music style since I was in high school has been blues. My favorite commandment, it's the two. Love God, love everyone. And then my favorite child is, no, I'm not going to do that. But Jacob, Israel, loved Joseph best. Everybody knew it. All the other brothers knew it. All the mothers knew it. Everybody who worked for Jacob knew it. Jacob showed that he loved Joseph best, most recently by giving him that ornamented robe, what you said today, the long robe with sleeves in other translation, or in the King James Version and the Broadway musical, the coat of many colors. Do you have the song going through there now? I look handsome, I look smart, I am a walking work of art. How I love my coat of many colors. No, okay. Joseph knew he was the favorite, and I'm pretty sure he, took advantage of it. He wore this ornamented robe, long robe with sleeves, coat of many colors. There's a Hebrew word for that, ketonet pasim. Ketonet pasim really does, well, we're pretty sure, at least from the context of Joseph, means an ornamented robe, a long flowing robe that he wore just to show off. The only other time you see this word in the Old Testament is when it refers to Tamar, one of David's daughters. She's a princess. And so it is just as accurate to say that Joseph pranced around in his little pretty princess dress. It's true. He had a princess dress on, this thing that princesses would wear, and people didn't like it. In other scriptures, scriptures outside of the canon of the Christian Bible or in Judaism, but in Islam, Joseph is described as walking with a very pert step or something like that. Joseph he's an icon in the queer community because people have read this and say that Joseph fell outside of the gender norms. He wasn't the masculine guy. His dad, Jacob, Israel, was, you remember Jacob and Esau I talked about, Esau was the big burly man, and Jacob was more effeminate. Jacob was the mama's boy. Jacob was the one who liked to cook, all of that. He didn't fit the cultural norms, the gender norms of the time, and neither did Joseph. Also, he was arrogant as he paraded around in his princess dress. He told his father that his brothers weren't working hard enough. Jacob didn't get it. Jacob was just like, oh, you're my favorite. Tell me everything. But Joseph's brothers hated him. There was a lot of conspiring going on. Judah had profit in mind. No one looks good in today's reading. I'm glad it's a part one, right? Favoritism has led to jealousy, jealousy to hatred, hatred to murderous desire. Jealousy is destructive. It has no place in relationships, in churches, in schools, in communities, anywhere. But today's reading isn't just about jealousy, hatred, anger, and murderous desire, although that's all in there. It's also an example of how one voice of reason can change things for the better. Reuben, that little part in there, Reuben, his cool head stopped his brothers from making a mistake that in the end would have cost them dearly. So we need more Reubens in the world. We need people to say, let's not let our emotions take us to places we can't return from. Let's not obliterate our enemy or our adversary thinking that we're in the right, only to find out that we made a mistake later. Let's not hurt someone to make us feel better. Let's remember to listen first. Listen well. And know that everyone is someone's son or daughter. Everyone is precious. We all need to say that. And we do need to be advocates for love, for equality and justice in the face of bigotry, racism, anti-LGBTQA plus hate, classism, Christian supremacy, and Christian nationalism, religious hatred of any kind, disdain for immigrants, sexism, all of it. It is not enough to just sit on the sidelines and hope that it'll get better. As the church and as followers of Jesus, we have to be part of being love, equality, and justice. And there's even more in today's reading. There's suffering. Why did Joseph suffer? Was it because he was so arrogant? Would we deserve the same fate when we're full of ourselves? Why does anyone suffer? Why does God let that happen? Is there any real rhyme or reason to the question of why bad things happen and to whom they do? No. Suffering stinks. I know that many people grow stronger as the result of their suffering, but many people don't. Many people end up weaker. Some people die. And suffering, it isn't good. We're called to help people through suffering. We're called to help people out of suffering. We're not called to cause suffering. We're not called to let it continue. And today's reading, it ends with Joseph suffering. He's in a bad situation. But yes, there is a next part to the story. And we'll hear it next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. You don't have to wait 2 or 3 years for the conclusion of the story like you do with movies in Hollywood. When we're in bad situations, I hope that we can have the patience and the hope to know that there is a next part to the story. And I believe that God is present throughout the journey on part 1, part 2, part 3, part 5 of our story. So let's be ready, looking forward with patience and hope as we continue our faith journey. And let's come back next week. Invite a friend, looking forward with patience and hope as next week we hear the second part of the story of this dreamer. Because like our lives, like Peace Memorial Church, we're in the middle of the story. All is not lost. Amen.